It is a big day in the fight against COVID. Yes, starting today, kids as young as 6 months old can now get their COVID vaccine. Thanks so much for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Glad to have you here. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol has been working for you to get families ready who want this shot. Joining us live now at Rady Children's Hospital, where they'll start offering this pretty soon, right, Dana Marie?
Yes, good morning, Eric and Netta. In 1 hour at 7 a.m., parents can bring their kids from 5 to 6 months old here to get vaccinated. Now, Rady Children's Hospital actually prepared for this. They pre-ordered both the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. So when both the FDA and CDC gave that stamp of approval, they would be ready. Now, experts are saying that both the Moderna and Pfizer are equally safe and effective and have been studied on thousands of kids. They share kids with COVID can infect people at a higher risk of complications. Now, with that being said, not all parents are rushing to get their child vaccinated. The White House is reporting only about a fifth of parents indicated in April they would get their kids vaccinated. Families are weighing all of that against possible vaccine side effects. The common ones are pain, swelling, redness at the injection site, and feeling tired. There are also less common potential side effects, which are mild and tend to pass quickly. Now, I spoke to Dr. John Bradley. He's the hospital medical director of infectious diseases here. He says Moderna's vaccine side effects are stronger than Pfizer's because of the dosage. Moderna is given over 2 shots, while Pfizer 3 shots over a longer period of time. Experts say unless a child just recovering from COVID, they should get the jab. That's even true if they're about to age into a different dosage.
They can still get the higher dose that corresponds to their next birthday. So don't wait.
Now, this is the first place in San Diego for parents to have their child vaccinated. If you'd like to sign up, we have a link for you on CBS8.com. Click the help button. We have all of that information there for you. I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live. Eric and Netta.
In a recent survey, less than 20% of parents with young kids said they would have them vaccinated immediately. 38% planned to wait and see, and 27% said they don't intend to get their children vaccinated at all. 11% said they will only do so if they are required. Starting today, the Marine Corps will conduct safety stand-downs after deadly crashes involving aircraft. All Marine aircraft wing units will review best practices. The safety stand-down is scheduled to last 10 days. This comes after 5 Marines were killed when an Osprey from Camp Pendleton crashed in Imperial County.
And now we are learning more about a local man wanted in connection to a murder across our border. Authorities say the fugitive is a master of disguise. I mean, the images of him, you'll see this. They all look different. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live now with new information from those court records. Good morning to you, Chris.
Hey, good morning, Netta. Tyler Adams was last seen crossing the border, actually back into San Diego on Thursday, according to the FBI. He used a fake ID, which is sort of his game. Take a look at your screen. CBS 8 dug into his history, and it includes a number of criminal charges. According to court documents, Adams has convictions for identity theft, grand theft, forgery, and receiving a stolen vehicle. He also has a warrant out for his arrest after he escaped a work furlough program in Hawaii. Now, according to investigators, the 50-year-old has at least 15 different aliases and has been called a master of disguise. You can see in those pictures that Adams constantly changes his physical appearance. Now, some of those pictures were taken just last week in Mexico when he was questioned about his missing daughter. The baby girl was found safe in Mexico, but Raquel Sabian was found dead in a car near the beach in Tijuana. We spoke with both Raquel's father as well as the FBI about this case last week.
We know he's got at least one other identification card, probably more, at his disposal to cross undetected. They were living in San Diego for a period of time. They relocated to Mexico, and they had been living in Mexico for a couple months.
And again, you can see right there in just 2 different pictures, different hair, different faces. So Tyler Adams, again, could even be going by a different name. But if you see anything that looks familiar, you are being asked to call either the FBI or Crime Stoppers. Eric and Netta.
Yeah, Chris, hopefully they get some answers soon on his whereabouts. Thank you for that. This morning, a Texas Senate hearing will focus on the response to the Uvalde school shooting that killed 19 children and 2 teachers. New images now showing officers with rifles inside Robb Elementary as early as 11:52 a.m. This was just 19 minutes after the gunman entered the school. Investigators say officers waited 58 minutes before going inside the classroom. At an emotional school board meeting last night, relatives of those killed criticizing the police response and what they call lax security measures.
My mom died protecting her students, but who was protecting my mom? This will always haunt me and should always haunt all of you.
Now, parents in that community are calling for the ousting of Police Chief Pete Arredondo.
This morning, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol attack is holding its 4th hearing. Today's hearing will focus on efforts by former President Trump and his allies to pressure state leaders to overturn the election results. The testimony is expected to include death threats that officials reportedly received and false claims by fraud from Trump. You can watch that here at 10 a.m. on CBS 8. And this morning, U.S. Supreme Court justices are set to release more rulings that could include a decision on the landmark Roe v. Wade abortion case. However, the court does not announce what opinions will be coming down beforehand, so we'll be keeping an eye on this. We'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them.
And now take a look here. This morning, crews monitoring 2 brush fires in San Diego. I know it's kind of dark to see this, but you can see that glow of the flames right there in East County. A small fire reported about 10:20 last night, right near Mast Boulevard between Santee and Lakeside. We're working right now to find out how much has burned in this fire. But yeah, there it is, those flames, that glow right there. And then also near the border, CAL FIRE working on a fire east of Otay Mesa. This one starting about 9:30 last night. So at last checked, that fire has burned 30 acres. It's 10% contained. No structures are threatened in that region. Let's send it over to Evan now. We know it's dry, but you alluded to monsoon moisture, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the hope is that going into Wednesday, Thursday, we'll see enough moisture in the atmosphere for maybe some raindrops over the mountaintops. The threat that we do see, though, in conjunction with it is the threat for thunderstorms, which can also spark a new fire. So it's this push and pull that we see. That is nature at its best, this back and forth. As we look outside right now, we have a marine layer developing across mainly the southern half of the coastline. This is from about Del Mar all the way through the South Bay. It's really mellow, very shallow as well. That means it will clear out very quickly, and we're looking at sunshine by the afternoon and really by the late morning. 74 is what we're expecting along the coastline. Temperatures on the coast and inland are cooling by a hair compared to yesterday, but mountains and deserts actually warm up compared to yesterday. 108 is that forecast high in Borrego Springs and Ocotillo Wells, 83 across the mountains with sunshine across the board. Sunrise was at 5:41. That was nearly a half hour ago. As we go through the next about hour or so, we're going to see these clouds break apart really in a beautiful fashion, and we should start to see plenty of that sunlight beaming through. But again, a little bit of that gray is going to hang out with us for a portion of the morning. That sunset comes at 8 p.m. with the summer solstice being this morning. Today is the longest day of 2022, and it's been the longest one we've seen so far. It will be the longest one we'll have all year. From here on, we'll start to see that day length slowly decrease. So if you had the windows open overnight because of the mild temperatures and the warm temperatures that we saw yesterday, well, we didn't cool down all that much. 63 is where we're at right now in El Cajon, 65 in San Diego, 65 in Oceanside. A little bit of relief in areas like Escondido and Ramona at 57 and 52 degrees. But if you didn't feel all that chilly in the overnight hours, or you hoped for a little bit of more cool air, well, we didn't get all that much of it because it was warm yesterday, and then a couple of those clouds drifted in to kind of hold on to that warmth. In turn, we are warmer across the coastline primarily, where that marine layer is intact. Del Mar and San Diego are 8 degrees and 7 degrees warmer than where they were 24 hours ago, 10 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago in Oceanside. Want to take you to State Route 52, where in the overnight hours we're going to run into some closures. So important to recognize that between the 5 and the 8:05, we're going to see State Route 52 closed from Sunday, this past Sunday, all the way through this upcoming Thursday. This again will be from the hours of 10 p.m. through 4:30 a.m. So right now, 52 is back open, but at 10 p.m. it will close again all the way through 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, and that'll happen again through Thursday morning. So you won't be able to pass through from the 5 to the 805. You'll have to take surface streets, which primarily includes La Jolla Village Drive there. Back